Back in the early 1970s, Hollywood, and especially the Sunset Strip, were my stomping grounds. My friends and I used to go over the hill from the valley almost every weekend. As any Beatles student knows, John Lennon was in LA working with Phil Spector on his rock and roll album in late '73, which is when I was sitting in the Rainbow Bar and Grill with my friends Joe and Tad, having a drink before checking out the night's entertainment. I was barely 18, and the drinking age in California was 21, but nobody cared back then. Getting carded was about as common as getting struck by lightning. We walked out of the bar area, and there in the entryway was John, locked in a passionate embrace with a mini-skirted girl, while a large group gawked from what I suppose they considered a respectful distance. We pushed through the onlookers, just wanting to get to the exit. Passing close by the two lovebirds, I said to John, "Instant karma, hey John?" He pulled his mouth away from the girl and shouted back at me, "Right, instant karma, shove it up your arse." My friend Joe followed up with, "Hey John, how do you become a rock star?" "Pull your bleeding pants down," he yelled back. We reached the exit, and a Rolls limo was pulled up with its rear door open. There was little room to go around it, so the three of us, Joe, me, and Tad, headed straight into the back seat. Joe discovered a purple velvet top hat and put it on. A pretty girl in a chauffeur's outfit was sitting at the wheel. She looked at me in the rearview mirror and said teasingly, "You guys are going to get in trouble." A moment later, Phil Spector, who I hadn't noticed before, was yelling at us to get out of the car. Joe exited the far side with the purple top hat still on his head, surveying the growing crowd of onlookers with a wide grin. An angry Phil raced around the back of the car and yanked it off his head. The three of us started walking away across what was now a crowded parking lot. Phil came up close behind us and snarled, "You guys want a couple 38s in ya?" as we continued down the strip. I suppose I'm just one of many people who can say Phil Spector threatened me with a gun. Not to mention John Lennon told me to shove it up my ass. Good times.